Creating money is a long-term process that requires strategy, execution, and a strong work ethic. It's a proven that money is supposed to be spent. So, how do you spend your money? How much of the stuff you acquire on a regular basis is an asset or a liability? Whether or not they are goods you can afford, are you merely buying them to impress others? A person's spending habits have long-term and short-term consequences on their finances. Most people would like to have more money, but are they spending it on the items that would help them build their savings or just on random, useless things? Contrary to common assumption, the amount of money you make has less to do with how wealthy you become than your behaviors do. Even if you make $6,000 a month, you may not have saved as much as someone making $3,000 a month after 7 months. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Capital Finance, your go-to channel for business ideas, entrepreneurship, investment, and personal finance. This video is quite interesting because we will talk about the best things to invest in. But hold up, before we begin, as always, don't forget to hit that like button and let's start. Number 1. Invest in a small house. Although owning a house is preferable to renting, many people limit their opportunity to accumulate wealth by making the incorrect purchase. Many individuals buy homes that are too big for their needs, putting themselves in debt and having to pay more in interest than they should. Why does this happen? Because they want to flaunt their money on what better way to do so than with a mansion. Why is it necessary to live in a mansion-style home if you just have a small family? Even if you had a large family, do you really require so many rooms? Is it necessary for the lawn to be that large? Purchasing a large property would place an undue financial strain on you, making it more difficult to start a company or invest in the future. Consider how much you'll have to spend in interest and mortgage payments before making a purchase, and how long it will take you to pay them off. However, while figuring up the real cost of house ownership, keep in mind that upkeep and renovations are an inevitable part of the equation. You may save money on this cost by purchasing a smaller property, which means you'll have less to spend and more money to save. A person's potential to develop wealth is limited by conventional long-term costs such as mortgages. In order to pay off your mortgage early, you should acquire a smaller property and then focus on growing your company and wealth. Number 2. Invest in an excellent second-hand car. Buying a brand new automobile may not be the ideal option for someone who wants to grow their money. After the first month, a new car's value drops by 10%, and after the first year, the value drops by 20%. Having a brand new car might be attractive, but why would you want to spend thousands of dollars simply to have it? The wealthy, on the other hand, prevent this type of financial waste by purchasing vehicles that are at or near the appropriate age range. The average billionaire drives a 4-year-old automobile with at least 40,000 miles on it in order to avoid the high initial appreciation that a new car has. With a well-maintained and easy-to-use second-hand automobile, you're all set for your journey from point A to point B. What's the point of buying a new automobile when you can get a used one for just $7,000? Financial experts say that buying a second-hand automobile and keeping it for a long time would save you a lot of money. You may use the additional money you save to fund other worthwhile endeavors such as starting your own business or increasing your retirement savings. Number 3. Invest in the right stocks. In the short and long term, purchasing the proper stock is one of the finest ways to enhance your money. Keep in mind that when I stated the finest stock, I meant that there's a chance you may invest in something that didn't provide you any return on your money. By default, you become a shareholder in the firm selling its stock when you purchase it. In addition to the potential growth in the value of your shares, you will be eligible for quarterly dividends. Investing in the correct stocks has made many people into millionaires over the years, even if you are doubtful. Let me give you a real-world example of what I'm talking about. One of the world's largest and most successful corporations, Microsoft, went public in 1986. When Microsoft went public in 1986, CNBC calculated that $10,000 worth of Microsoft stock at the time was equal to $16 million now. You can't possibly argue with me that investing in the correct stocks may help you accumulate money. Number 4. Invest in engagement. Having a huge following implies that more people are aware of the products and services you provide. Do you understand what this signifies? You may purchase engagement as a way to increase your money. It's not so difficult to get people's attention in order to build a following, and it's possible to accomplish this in a variety of ways. Paying for social media advertisements is the initial step in this process. It is possible to pay for Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube advertising if you have a product or service that you want to promote. If you pay for this advertising, you may narrow your target market to people in the age and geographic range you specify. For example, if your target market or people of that state happen to be in California, you may tailor your social media adverts to specifically target them. In order to attract more consumers or clients, you need to make your goods and services known to as many people as possible in the area where you operate. To purchase an audience, you can also pay social media brand influencers to do it for you. Having a strong following and the capacity to turn visitors into purchases is what makes a brand influencer. Aside from paying for advertisements yourself, this is a terrific option to purchase attention. It may cost more, but it also allows you to sit back and relax while the influencers do all of the work for you. Buying a following of brand influencers has the additional benefit that the influencers' followers already have confidence in their judgment and opinions. Your customers will be more inclined to buy from your business if they see that you are promoting a product or service they believe in. Paying for a traditional media ads is a third technique to purchase an audience. Radio, television, and print advertising are all examples of traditional media. Conventional media is still a great way to get the word out about your product or service. Despite the rise of social media in recent years, traditional media advertising may be the greatest for reaching the elderly if your products and services are geared for this demographic group. As a result of their lack of technological expertise, the older age prefers to obtain their news via more traditional means. Number 5. Invest in books. Another strategy to accumulate money is to learn from the mistakes and triumphs of others and then apply what you've learned to your own life. These lessons may be found in books. It's possible to learn about money management, budgeting, trading, acquiring stocks, and debt management by reading outstanding publications. These books can help you recognize all of the money mistakes you've been doing and provide you guidance on how to succeed financially in the future. Purchasing financial education books is a more cost-effective option than attending a course, and in many cases, they are more beneficial. Buying these books also has the benefit of allowing you to learn a great deal in a short period of time. Consider investing your money in a book today. You never know what you'll discover. Despite all these courses of action and investment, you still wouldn't become rich without proper determination and mindset. For your goal to come to life, you need to decide for yourself that these tips are necessary. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, then hover your mouse or finger to that subscribe and notification button and click it to get updated on our latest uploads. As always, it's been a pleasure. See you soon.